And we are now live for today at 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Sorry, in Australia.
Midnight here.
That's correct. Yes, we are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am your host, Alvera Nova. Well, your temporary host. Jolt is not here at the moment. And we have our most esteemed and talented technical producer, Noble.
Hang on, I lost my keyboard.
No, you didn't. Yeah, lost his keyboard. Yeah, okay. All right. And next up, we got Skippy. How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you, Candy Corn Dog?
I'm doing all right, buddy.
That's good.
And last up, we got Stifer Wild.
Hello again. I'm here to replace Avira as host now. What?
Oh, excuse me. Well, all right. So, how have y'all been this week? Been pretty good?
It's been really hot in England. Really hot.
Can't complain
Really?
on my part.
Less rain.
I'd rather the rain.
Oh, okay.
It's like all day yesterday there wasn't a single cloud in the sky, just nothing but pounding heat.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of jealous because where I am on Long Island, it's been nothing but cold and dark and rainy. I mean, it is April, but still.
Mm.
Blah.
When it's hot in the UK, do people still wear their tracksuits?
I mean, you don't really see tracksuits that much unless you're in a different one of them areas.
What, South London?
Probably, but I wouldn't dare go to London in general.
All right. Yeah, Noble, let's get on to our first topic.
Okay, so our first topic today is, well, where is it? Oh, here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Jewish author sues for using World War II image for Sweden Nazi calibration. I screwed that one up.
That's right.
Collaboration.
Okay, so this is from the Jerusalem Post. A Jewish
even know that was a
author.
thing.
Oh my! Yeah. Well, apparently it is. Yes. So let's read the news, guys. A new book about Sweden's collaboration with Nazis Germany has promoted controversy and a lawsuit against the book's Jewish author from one of the country's World War II museums.
Okay. Wait,
That's
from a
unusual.
museum, so is this like a really old thing that's just suddenly come back because people?
But
want to be
this is really where it all gets into fruition. Instead, Aaron Flom was sued over copyright ownership of a cartoon tiger used on the cover of a recently published book. This is a Swedish tiger. And so in Sweden, the tiger image was used in a propaganda campaign during World War II to discourage Swedes from taking actions that would jeopardize Sweden's neutral status. In Swedish, the word tiger also means silence. The image on the cover of Flam's book has the tiger wearing a Nazi armband with a black swastika, although the original image bears none of these symbols. Okay, so let's
this
talk
is
about
where
this.
the theories come from.
So this is way back in the day during World War II, and apparently they had Sweden had a tiger mascot. Yikes. Okay. Shall we go on?
Just
The
to start
tiger.
with, if this is coming up now, I dread to see the bloody artwork that's going to come out.
I don't know. Well, let's see. It says the tiger symbol is owned by the Emergency Preparedness Museum, which includes exhibits from Sweden's preparations for the war. The ruling Friday by the Patent and Market Court of Stockholm District Court said Flam did not violate the private museum's copyrights because he used the symbol to parody it. Oh yeah, okay. Like it's a parody? Oh, no, he didn't. But whatever. According to the SVT broadcaster, Flam told the SVT, the ruling came as a great relief. Oh, wow, I'm so glad it came as a great relief to you that you're going to ban a tiger because he's a Nazi. I mean, what the fuck?
I like this bottom part.
What the heck is happening?
The book sold roughly 2 print runs before Swedish police confiscated 2,000 copies as the lawsuit started.
They
Yeah,
actually
ban
confiscated
the
them.
tiger.
Or
My goodness.
Oh my god. Well, they're coming after you next, Ava.
Well, I'm a doggo, so they're not going to come after me.
Yeah,
You know,
but
'cause I'm a
you're
good
also
boy.
based around Halloween, and it's not Halloween yet.
Well, isn't Halloween like one of them pagan holidays like the old Christians would like want to get rid of?
Well, in that case, that makes you offensive.
I'm always offensive. It doesn't matter. This has nothing to do with that. Anyways,
Yeah.
this has nothing to do with that.
Oh my god, bloody.
The fact is, they're banning a cartoon though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Why would you
No, I'm
do?
pretty sure the idea was the fact that it looked too close to something that they had, something the museum had, so they had to cancel it.
Yeah, but the
Well, that's
museum
dumb.
did this though.
Yeah, but
That's
they did
the
also
thing.
ban Dr. Seuss. So does it really surprise you anymore?
I mean,
Dr. Seuss,
honestly,
the child's
nothing
book,
really
this is a-
does.
To me, it looks like this is a book basically explaining about Sweden's history during World War II, the part they took.
Yeah,
And
and the fact they had an awesome tiger mascot. I mean, what's wrong with that?
Get your mind out the gutter. I can tell what you're thinking of it.
No,
That-
that was not what I was saying. I was saying, what's wrong with it? I think it's cool. Get your
Tony
mind out
Tiger's
of the
next.
gutter.
Well, without actually seeing the book itself, it sounds to me as if the author knew exactly what they were doing, and they tried to produce an image, or at least commission an image in a way that wouldn't breach copyright, which is good. And
yes.
obviously, the court agreed with him.
I mean, how good can it be? It didn't work.
No, that's actually a very smart thing to do. Like, if you're trying to like not get involved with copyright, you could just like change characters to different characters. They could have the same characteristics, but visually they'd be a different thing.
Yeah, there's
know,
there's also
just
parody
ban them.
laws.
Oh, parody laws. What?
Parody laws. Like I don't know. I could make a company called Shitty Starbucks, as long as it's registered as a parody. There's nothing that Starbucks could technically do about it.
Okay.
I couldn't
They
sell.
will have to
I couldn't sell
defend-
coffee. I couldn't do anything like that. But I don't know.
I
Something
don't know.
like
If
that.
I don't know if that's exactly what's going on here, but that is a very good thing
I
to
don't-
know
it-
about.
Parody laws sum up a lot of any type of like branding, trademarks, anything of the sort. And I don't know. It as long as I don't know if they claim parody, they might have actually it could have been a pretty good case.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, still, it sounds like the book was specifically written about a subject, and they used the mascot in a redesigned fashion, which it's not like turning around and hijacking an image from one sort of area and using it in another. So, say for instance, taking the image of a coffee shop logo and using it to sell like really shitty books from, the ones that fall apart when you buy them.
Mm.
Ah, true.
But man, copyright can get completely out of hand.
Oh, for sure.
That and completely complex and bureaucratic too, like trademarks and copyrights and all that nonsense. Yeah, it does get a little weird.
All right, let's move on to the mount part, shall we?
Oh, yes, we shall. But before we do, are there any live comments? Anyone saying any questions? Any comments? Nothing.
No, there was just let's ban.
What a headline.
That was it.
All right.
Discord,
So-
a platform rife with violent extremist content, cracks down on check notes erotic furry art.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it
So
just
here it
even
is,
says
guys.
there. They're not going to take
Here
out
it
any
is.
extremist content.
Yeah,
They're not
there's a
gonna
catch here.
crack down on
The
violence.
platform bans
So-
all not safe for work servers from iPhones and iPads, which experts say will affect mainly marginalized communities.
All hail Android.
Exactly.
Well, exactly. That's like, people
So-
are making this out as if it's banning from everywhere. Not really. It's just iPhones. It's Apple devices. They already ban NSFW content anywhere anyway because Apple just don't like it.
Apple is a
Erotic-
garbage company and nobody should use their products.
Erotic art of sexy anthropomorphized characters are amongst the images being targeted by Discord's new policy. On Tuesday, the gaming platform Discord quietly updated its guidelines to restrict adult content, issuing a ban on users according to not safe for work servers, essentially chat rooms with multiple channels, on iOS devices. Not Windows, not Android, not any other platform, just iOS. So makes you sort of question a few things there. The update went on to state that entire servers as opposed to individual channels are required to be designated not safe for work if the community is organized around not safe for work content or those content whose content is predominantly 18 plus. Spokesperson from Discord told Rolling Stone it will still be possible for Discord servers to access not safe for work servers on its desktop version and Android. We are
So
committing to
it's
ensuring a
just Apple, man.
safer experience for everyone on Discord. We always work hard to create a robust controls to help ensure minors are not exposed to content that's inappropriate for them, the spokesperson said. I'm going to have to take a short break.
That's all right. Okay, let's see. The update, though small and largely unheralded, save
unheralded.
for a few customary posts on tech blogs, which was notable for a few reasons. For starters, as many adult content creators noted, Discord's change in policy regarding NSFW content is part of a larger trend. Okay, so here's the thing about Discord. I don't know if they're going to go the way of Tumblr, because Tumblr actually got about 40% of all of its revenue from NSFW content. And now that they no longer promote that, this platform, they don't have it
Tumblr's
anymore.
dead.
Tumblr is dead, exactly, because
After
they
pornography was banned, it died.
That's what I'm saying. As soon as they got rid of all their NSFW content, all their porn, Tumblr went completely downhill. 45% of their revenue gone.
You remember how
And-
popular those Tumblr posts used to be? Those Tumblr memes? You don't see those
Oh,
these
I
days.
remember. Oh yeah. Yep,
You
I
don't
remember.
see those.
Yeah,
See-
because it's all gone downhill from there. I know.
Something I can understand is trying to put in some kind of restriction or making people state that yes, they are over the age of 18 prior to accessing the service.
I
But
mean,
to
all you have to
ban it,
do is click a button and just pretend.
as it
doesn't
says
really
in
matter.
here, Tumblr. Tumblr had this whole problem. I think the issue sort of more resolves when a large company decides to invest in something. They want to push out what they consider unfavorable. But what happens if that's the majority of your user base?
Well, then they go bankrupt. I mean, that's
No, they don't
basically
go
what happened.
bankrupt. They just basically lose their value. I mean,
Well,
it's like going out
That
buying
eventually,
a brand new
right?
car.
Losing value eventually does lead to bankruptcy unless they can't fix it.
No, it's
in
like
time.
going out. It's like going out buying a Ferrari, spray painting it with neo pink paint, then doing something to that spray paint so it's permanently embedded into the actual car's paint, and then trying to flog it off. And I'm not
Well-
talking about in sort of artsy style. I'm talking about literally just doing it for shits and giggles and then trying to sell it for more or its actual value.
Oh, so that would be a whole different philosophical point of like just trying to hide your ideas in something. But no, when it comes to paint, no, I think it would still lose its value if it's been painted multiple times, and they can see that. Like, there's documents that show it's been painted.
Purposely
Well-
going out and devaluing a product and then expecting it to be worth more. That's effectively what, well, as it states in here, Tumblr's happened to Tumblr, and it's going to happen to Discord.
Yes, I agree. And what, the fact that they're cracking down on YIF channels, is that really a thing? Like, is that really what they're doing?
Apparently.
So, as with the case with Tumblr, Discord's policy shift was intended to comply with Apple's policies. As a
With Apple.
spokesperson told Rolling Stone, referring to notorious stringent restrictions on nudity and adult content. It's also worth noting that Discord is currently in talks with the similarly not safe for work shy Microsoft over the sale that could be worth more than $10 billion.
$10 billion.
Here's the thing: Microsoft would lose out on a lot by, not sort of putting this forward.
Then
Well,
we can
I mean,
start
oh,
blaming Discord. Then we can
Wait.
start blaming Microsoft for Discord's fucking pedophile problem.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's more than that. It's all the elites. You
But
know,
even then,
we
it's
all
like,
know.
Discord is just not worth that much.
The only time I'd ever use Discord is to fucking either listen to music with people because they got some nice bots on there, or play video games.
So, probably an excellent example of this part would be saying a coffee shop opening up on a particular street because there's all these people going by. And, they want to take advantage of that. The people walking by, they always want to buy a coffee. And so coffee shop moves up. But they don't like all the people on the other side of the road. And nudist beach, they have a right to be there. That's basically what it's for. But they start putting up picket fences and trying to rally support to stop the nudists. Yet the nudists are the ones coming through and also buying the coffees.
Oh,
Oh, man, these sort of companies are completely up their ass with this sort of shit. They have no idea what they're doing.
I don't know how do they come to these conclusions.
who
Although-
wants that?
Some backward
Nobody
ass
wants
thinking.
that. Right? Exactly. Totally backwards. Nobody wants that crap. What the
I just-
heck? Oh, this is crazy.
It's also
Really?
worth noting that Discord is currently in talk. Oh, there. Although the Discord spokesperson said the policy will not be rolled out over the next few days, at least one popular server devoted to exotic furry art. The
Oh
Discord
please,
server
no!
for
They're trying to
has been blocked.
clamp down on everything to get more of them big mainstream media ads. That's what they want to do. They
On
don't
the
care
iOS
about individual creators.
Looks like
I
I really
see-
can't go on Reddit anymore.
No, they don't.
But yeah, as you've highlighted there, on the iOS platform, it's literally just Apple doing all this.
Well, that's the question.
Apple's
whether or
a
not
big. Yes, exactly. That's a big part of it, and I do honestly believe that Apple is a big part of the problem. But go on.
According to the screen grab provider of Rolling Stone, YIF is a term used to describe sexual content in the fandom. Many within the subculture do not sexualize it. So they're
Well, I
trying.
mean, it's unique that they've even pointed that out.
Well, this is for normal people to read, so they probably don't understand the term.
Yeah, but I mean, for them to point out the part where many within the subculture do not sexualize it, usually that's just not
No,
there.
no, of course not.
Yeah.
Is that like
So-
a serious question? Like, are we
Put on the
really
email,
still at
right?
this point?
In addition to furries, other segmented groups use Discord as a platform for not safe for work content. This is a huge blow to many marginalized communities. partially
Yes.
queer, trans, sex workers, kink adult play spaces that rely on Discord for community and communication.
Yes,
And
I
Now,
let's
agree.
not forget all of my
how
favorite
would
fucking
you pronounce that
YouTubers'
name?
Discords.
Anna Valeris
Valens or
Valens
Valens.
has reported on Discord's previous efforts to curb not safe for work artists. I am not even going to try to pronounce that. There's with bands work, I often see a lot of queer art and queer folks who are trying to
Oh, what is
do
it?
in this work in order to be better connected with genders and identities, getting hit
Noble,
artists and
I
businesses.
think you're still screen sharing the same thing.
How do you mean? It's not working?
Oh
No,
no, I see it. I see it. Okay, we're good. Yeah, sorry.
Where was I? Getting hit by the hardest and losing businesses and income because of these overreaching decisions by tech companies. Not safe for work server.
but it's actually just say blocked completely, not or age verified.
Although it initially
Wow.
started out in 2015 as a messaging app geared towards gamers, in recent years Discord has grown into a tremendously and gathered much more of a mainstream user base. As of the end of 2020, it had 13.5 million servers and nearly 140 million users. But it's
Wow, are you
and
kidding me?
geek or niche really
140 million.
says.
That's incredible.
I'd say gaming spaces and fandom spaces are still the most popular on Discord by far. Not safe for work content in particular is an enormous part of the platform's culture. Says variant with many Patreon artists and fandom communities hosting not safe for work in their servers.
Okay,
What?
and here's what I'd like to say about that. There are a lot of very talented artists out there who happen to be adults, and there are also other adults out there who would like to commission, you know, artwork. And I see no problem with that. You know, so long as it can be verified and paid for, and it all goes through like the proper processes. Uh, yeah, that's all well and good. So
If,
okay,
if Microsoft's really squeamish about going out and purchasing these sort of things, they need to realize that this is like a park. I mean, if a city decided to sell their park and they decided, well, we don't want poor people, we don't want musicians going in there and begging for money, we don't want to have people playing frisbees, but you can take your dog. Oh no, they also decide to ban your dogs. So the only thing you can really do is just peacefully walk through there. You can have a lot of people dropping off.
oh well, that only just sounds like a monopoly then.
Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't help the community. Instead of trying to enable, it's
Yeah.
just completely cancel it. You don't
Exactly.
want
They just hire people, of higher standing from outside. They bring them in, they entertain the tourists, and that's all well and good. But when it comes to the community, no, of course they don't prop up the local community talent. No, why would they ever? They don't.
still, I mean, sorry, Microsoft, if you want to have like a PG sort of rated place, build one. I mean, look at this. The only reason why this thing actually goes well is because it has adult content. Get over yourself. I mean, if you think this is bad, you don't store pornography on Google OneDrive because Microsoft like to check for it and then kick you off, apparently. This is like years ago. But
I don't happen to ever store porn anywhere, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know why that would come up.
Mate, he just prints it off and puts it on the house.
luckily for me, I
But
only
like,
back up.
if you're gonna do that, I mean, okay, just put it on your own things, I guess.
No, the point is Microsoft for a very long time has been anti-adult.
Well, yeah, I mean, look what they've done with the Xbox Live stuff. If you type a swear word into a message to someone, you will get banned for messaging.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
You
When
legit
did
cannot-
when did they implement that?
A fair bit ago on Xbox One, if you send a swear word in a text message on Xbox Live, and someone reports, "Oh look, it's got a swear in it," you literally get banned from
I
sending
haven't
messages.
I haven't played Xbox in about 8 months, so maybe that was never a thing when I was playing. Holy
Oh
shit!
yeah, yeah, it's been on for ages now, very long time.
Some real baby shit.
Oh yeah.
So Boombox has said, is Apple going to start cracking down on Twitch next? I think Twitch is actually doing a very good job screwing themselves over.
I've heard about something like that, but I'm not too sure of what they're doing.
Well, let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch's numbers sort of drop sharply in the next couple of weeks. Anyway, What's Up is an artist who runs 2,400 member Discord server that hosts many furry members and membership reward programs for Patreon. His server has not been taken down, but he does worry that it may happen as new policy rolls out. Dishonor is definitely an important part of how I make a living, he says. It has become a major traffic driver for artists and not safe for work creators. Someone shares an image on one of these sites and it might not stay for very long, but it reaches a lot of eyeballs. But perhaps more importantly, during the pandemic, such servers have blossomed into socialization hubs for members of marginalized communities. They keep throwing that word out. I think these are the type of people that will be hit hardest, just the normal people that like to look at art or porn and hang out in these sort of servers, he says.
Right. Well, I don't necessarily disagree with him that he thinks that is the most popular type of art, especially during these type of times. But I also do appreciate his action on noticing what's been going on lately and trying to cater to people's needs and or wants. Just capitalizing on that.
I have to be honest, I like the way this news article's been written, although some of the words look like they've just been rubber stamped in there to
Yeah, it's a little provocative, but like that is kind of how modern journalism works, unfortunately.
it's a real sad thing, but it looks like E621 might end up becoming a furry platform because everyone's going to just sort of rush to there.
I mean, it kind of will be, and especially the fact that our author earlier was all upset that there's so many furries around all the place. Well, yeah. What do you expect?
You can thank Disney for that, and Warner Brothers.
Just think anything that's done anthropomorphic animals. Furries have spread out across the entire internet. There is no
Well,
escape.
that's not the angle I was going on, but I mean, you're right. You really are. But like, that's not what I was talking about. But okay.
Part of the reason why Discord may be cracking down on not safe work content stems from the fact that it has historically had a well-documented issue with hosting child sex, nonsensical adult material, non-consensual adult material. Sorry. In recent years, as the platform has gained popularity, it has scrambled to institute changes to protect minors and ramp up its image to varying degrees of success, as Rolling Stone previously reported.
Well, I hope they always do that, but I also hope that they don't try to infringe upon basic speech. And
What?
yes, if they're going to go after the pedos, good, do that. If they're going to go after the terrorists, good, go do that. Stop these radical monsters from hurting people. I get it.
The
But
way I see it should be a channel's. If there's a channel or a group that has someone who randomly pops in and starts posting this stuff, taking screenshots and then posting it on Twitter to say, hey, look at these evil people. Well, that becomes a problem in itself. Whereas if you've got a channel dedicated to the above topic,
That does,
Then
yes.
should
Of
be
course.
basically removed and reported to the authorities.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But when you've got those one or two people that are going around and posting that stuff, those individuals should be reported. They should be made known of. They should be told to stop. And if they continue, you know, involve the police if necessary.
If there's a viable threat, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm not in the business of going out and attacking people. I mean, that's just silly.
One particular server hosting non-consensual deepfake porns of TikTok stars gathered more than 100 members before Discord deleted it.
Oh my goodness.
But while WAC acknowledges that Discord absolutely does have a problem with child sex abuse material, as the couple before it purged adult content altogether, critics of the and I lost myself.
No, it's all right. This article is basically talking about how Discord is allowing people with inappropriate views to be upon this platform and converse with each other.
Inappropriate's a bit of an understatement when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be politically correct, but yes,
There's no
when you
need to
mean
be
having
politically correct
having
when it comes
sex
to this
with
stuff.
children, I mean that's fucked up. All right, do you want me
No,
to say that? Because it
yes,
is.
I want you to say that.
Yeah,
That's the way to
having
put it.
sex with children is fucked up. All right,
Exactly.
there you
I hope
go.
There's no
everyone
place
would agree with
for
that
people like
statement.
that.
And
I can't think of a
if-
soul who would disagree.
And if Discord is doing this, well, I don't know why. It hasn't been expunged, honestly. Like enough, or
Look,
maybe it's not. Maybe there's like some secret underground creepy groups out there or some shit. I don't know.
my
But
own,
as far
sorry,
as I know, like I've been on Discord for about 2 years. I've never seen any of that shit on there specifically. But if it exists, it probably shouldn't.
I've seen my YouTube channel will occasionally get like posts of, oh hey, go check this out, blah blah blah. Clearly pedophile material. At which point you report it
Yes,
and remove the
exactly.
content. And it's not, like I said. What I'm trying to say is that it's not just Discord. Discord is currently like the spot
It's
where
the hub.
most people are gathering. So you're always
Yeah.
going to have this stuff. The only thing you can do is manage it. You can't turn around and try to stamp it out. That's it. The only thing you can do is try to manage it. That's it. Otherwise, you bring out full-on bans like what they're trying to do here. It's just going to kill the. It's just going to kill off the whole platform.
Okay, so do you think that Discord's decision was a positive one or a negative one when it comes to this kind of thing?
It's going to backfire negatively.
Oh, you think so? So you think like younger kids are going to think of it as like some taboo and like join it because they want to?
No, I think people are
Be a
just going to go
rebel.
somewhere else because they're going to see their freedoms being infringed on.
Okay, so that would actually be a backfire upon Discord itself because they're trying to do this. They'd be like, all right, well, we have to verify, ages or something, which I believe they should. They should verify ages, at least 18
You have
plus. Let's get real.
to be able to join a not safe for work group. Your age that you put in when you made your account is taken into account.
Yeah, it
So
better be 18
they
plus.
already do verify. Because I had a friend, I didn't even notice that my group was made into a not safe for work group. All it is a group that we get into for listening to music. He's 17, he couldn't join. So, I
Ah,
don't know.
shit. Yeah, okay. I mean, like, that's how it is, though. That's how it has to be.
Yep, and I completely agree with that shit. It's just, the thing is, how do you guys suggest Discord as a company manages this whole pedophile problem? How do they get a hold of this?
I
get it
don't
under
know.
control?
Like that's a very difficult question.
Yeah, it's very hard to answer.
They have
And
what
I think it depends on like what groups that individual goes into. Let's say you're 15 years old, okay, and
Mhm.
you're a furry and you want to get into these groups, and then you try to join, one of these groups, and they ask you, okay, are you 18 or over? And you say no, I'm 15. So then what?
Couldn't
They're
they just
just
say yes? I mean, when I was 15, I sure as hell would have said yes. I'm 18.
I mean, man, I was a furry when I was 14.
That's
But
what I'm
like,
saying.
but back in the day, like I didn't go into furry groups and try to like, present myself as something else.
Well,
Like
just
that's the
because
thing.
you didn't doesn't mean a lot of other insecure
Well,
kids are
exactly.
gonna
I
do
mean,
the
maybe
same
they
thing.
did. I mean, I don't
Come on.
know.
I can tell you from experience, it happens quite often.
Well, okay.
Hell, I've even I had a friend who tried to get into the Raiders podcast, the Raider chat, but he couldn't because he was only 16. He didn't fucking tell me, but he apparently tried to lie to Foxler and tell him he was 18.
Well, you gotta be 18 plus.
Oh, I
That's
know.
it.
I didn't know that he was trying to fucking join, or else I would have told him, hell no, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I wouldn't have been that mean. I would have been like, dude, I get it. Like,
Oh, it's just hyperbole. I would have been nicer about it.
yeah, of course.
honestly, people have to make up a decision has to be made whether or not to rely on what people say, or if people are forced to provide identification when signing up to online websites and services. That really is what it comes down to: is ticking a box and saying yes, I am over the age of 18 is acceptable, or are we going to have to start going the way of China?
Lying on the internet is probably easier than telling the truth on the internet.
Yeah, you're right. It
Yeah,
really is.
Who the fuck is gonna fact check you?
It's right. You are totally right. It's scary.
Hmm That's why you got to be able to sniff out the bullshit.
Arf, arf.
Exactly.
I am a
Jesus
doggo. My sniffest smell is like 200 times better than humans.
We need a group chat bloodhound.
I can sniff your cocaine on the bottom of your shoe, my nigga.
I bet you
I
can
fucking
sniff it.
can.
You're probably the one that put it there, Vera.
Okay, I'm feeling disingenuine towards finishing this article.
All right,
That's just
let's
dumb
go
shit.
to the next story, shall we?
Vera, do you want to bring up the intro to this first before I click over, or?
Oh, click over and I will bring up the intro.
Okie dokie. Where is it?
All right.
There it is.
Ahem. So here's the thing, guys. And now I want you to tell me, in the audience, do you think that this article is real or fake? This is Sesame Street introduces Todd, a white male Muppet who is blamed for everything. Now,
Todd is
keep
my
it
best friend.
keep in mind that Sesame Street also did introduce an autistic character in order to be more inclusive. This is about a couple years ago. I believe she was Pink. And yes, she said, my autism has nothing to do with my individuality or whatnot. So please do tell me, what do you think about this guy named Todd? He's a new character? Is this real? Is this not? Is Elmo and Oscar going to blame him for all their problems? Perhaps they will. Perhaps they won't. But they will, though.
Black Sun saying it's real.
Oh,
Apparently.
man. It seems like something that's not too weird for this day and age.
Well, yeah.
And here,
In
exactly.
a great new episode of Sesame Street, the puppets teach kids about social justice by introducing a new character, Todd. Well, all the foxes out there are going to have a problem, aren't they?
Well, didn't BLM appear
White
as a
Muppet.
group appear on Sesame Street and then read straight out of their fucking manifesto?
Oh, those communist fuckwits. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think
White Muppet
I
made
could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think they did appear on Sesame Street.
No, I mean, I don't know if you're wrong about that. You might be, because I'm not entirely sure. But what I do know is that the effervescent Babylon Bee, which is the most trusted name in news. I mean, honestly, guys, at this point, it fucking is. The Babylon Bee said that Todd, a straight white male Christian, is going to be blamed for all of the problems on Sesame Street. Oh no! Oh,
Think Todd's
what shall
hung?
we do? In case you guys haven't wondered, this is a fake article. However, I will say, this kind of sounds like a real article, though, by like some feminist bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Kind of sounds like it.
I prefer the what is it? The NPC SJW nut jobs that we used to see, sort of screaming at the top of their lungs.
Yes, exactly, Noble. Exactly. All that stupid crap. That's exactly what we see here. And so, our hero is here right now. Oh, how fantastic. They're going to cure the racisms.
Yeah, this type of satire, maybe 10 years ago would have been funny, but because of the way some of the legitimate news has been coming out, this would just easily confuse people.
I know, right? It's crazy. Absolutely bonkers.
Can you imagine if the Sesame Street actually did this? I mean, they would have gone from when I was a kid where they taught you about owning up to your mistakes, don't waste water, which I wonder if they still play that cartoon.
Well, this is the problem I'm saying. When something like the Babylon Bee, the satirical news network, announces something like this, and people were like, okay, is this real news or is it just satirical? But at this point, it's really not satirical, though. And that's the weird thing about it. Like, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. Like when
what
something
the actual what?
when something meant to be extremely satirical, when you have a hard time differentiate. God damn it. Anyways, when you have a hard time telling if something's fake or not, and it's something, I don't know, politically motivated like this, I feel like that says something about how society has become to groupthink together, per se.
Yes, very good point. This is exactly the thing. This is the Babylon Bee, a satirical news site telling us how they believe the world is. And unfortunately, their satire is actually how the world, like, really is. Holy bonkers.
Yeah, it's not outside of reality that something like this could be implemented into
bro,
children's media.
It totally could, though.
The things that kids are being taught in schools right now is basically the same goddamn thing.
I'm sorry, can anyone agree with me that that puppet looks like it's getting something shoved up its ass?
You know, I was going to say something about this puppet. Now, this puppet looks like he's extremely out of place. He just stumbled upon Sesame Street, and all these BLM activists are just shitting on him. I mean, that's kind of how it looks like.
I hate how the black dad, has a purple nose.
The kid
Well,
should
he's
also
also
have
an eyeshadow.
I hate how Todd is being called a racist for doing nothing.
Todd's got
Except-
a pretty nice porno stash.
No.
It's pretty nice.
Can you not see him sat on that bench? Fucking racist.
Vera, Todd is existing. That's his problem.
Exactly.
Exactly.
How
Yes,
dare he?
exactly.
How dare he exist?
How dare you?
How...
Greta. Hashtag Greta.
Oh, fucking hell.
Greta's a fucking retarded cunt. Now that
Look
she's
at him
18,
laugh.
I can actually.
Yeah,
say
we all
that.
know. Yeah, she dropped out of high school. She went on her parents', $1 million yacht. Yeah, we all know.
She can go be autistic in the ocean somewhere. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, now that she's legally an adult, we can make fun of her. So, Greta, you're a fuckwit. Screw you.
True.
I
Anyways,
seriously have to wonder what's going to happen next.
Greta's gonna unleash her fucking army of green robots and take over the Earth. Empress Greta.
oh yes, and then we can all live in caves. Yay!
Earth-friendly caves, of course.
Oh, no.
Of course, yes. Organic caves.
Carbon-neutral caves. Okay.
Damn right. Damn right.
Fucking that goddamn boat that she took across the ocean put out way more carbon and like bad shit for the environment than a plane ride would have.
Oh,
Mainly
yes,
because
that's true.
the crew of that fucking boat had to fly back to where they started out from because the boat was still in the port where Greta landed. Like they still ended up having to use a airplane.
Well, yeah, because they were gonna run out of fuel. Duh.
It's so dumb, man.
I know.
It's all just supposed to look good on the front of the paper, and when you start looking behind behind the scenes and shit, it just gets more crooked and more stupid, really.
Yeah, does it?
Well, overall, I have to admit it's been nice to see less news lately. Less stuff
All right.
about. But there's still the stuff that crops up that makes you wonder just what's wrong with humanity in this day and age.
Oh,
I can answer
agreed.
that. Leftist ideology.
Oh yeah, for sure. Communist scum.
Not left-leaning ideology. Leftist.
No,
ideology.
yeah, left. Obviously, yeah, we know. The alt leftists are obviously scum. They're retarded. Screw it.
I mean, I say that about anyone political because I'd rather just, not bother with politics at all.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Politics is kind of like the WWE, but it matters, and I enjoy that.
All right. Shall we move on to our next topic?
We don't have a next topic.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
Remember? Noble? I sent you the thing about racist font.
font
No.
is Times New Roman racist.
Yes. Oh no, it's not Times New Roman. In fact, it's the fact that.
Is it
certain
wingdings?
fonts-
Not my precious wingdings.
Oh, whoa, winged. Okay, y'all didn't have to say
Yeah.
that. Y'all didn't have to go about that. I'm just saying, wingdings is a different kind of font. No, I'm talking about ancient, like Asian type of fonts. CNN actually did a report about this a couple days ago.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they did, and they said that certain types of fonts are somehow offensive to people. I'm not really sure how that equates.
Oh God, it's Comic Sans. Ah.
Oh no.
Paste the link
No.
into
It's not Comic Sans.
It might as well fucking.
Not
it
Comic
should be.
Sans.
It should be. Can we make it now?
Vera, can you post the link to that in StreamYard for me?
I can, yes.
I've put it in there now.
But yes, so CNN just the other day decided that certain types of fonts are racist. Now, have you
I
ever
mean, I
seen?
think the thing that makes it racist is the part where they've called it chop suey font.
Chop suey.
Yes, that's
what
exactly what
makes
I
it
was
racist.
talking about.
Not
They're
the
coming
style
after
of the
System of a
font.
Down next.
Exactly.
Well, goddamn.
Okay. I think I got it up.
Oh, you got
Biden's
it?
America.
Loading. Here we
Yeah,
go.
Noble, I sent you. Oh, you got it?
Now I do.
Okay.
Don't
Yes,
tell
here
me.
we go.
Don't tell me that sign is what they were talking about.
No,
Oh, no.
no, I don't believe that's it.
Jesus.
So, what do you guys think about, going to sushi restaurants or Chinese or Japanese restaurants, and the font on the restaurant looks like it's made out of chopsticks? How do you feel about that?
Um,
Does it matter?
Completely
I
irrelevant.
don't
It does
care.
not matter at all. As
You
long as the
don't
food
care,
is
right? You don't give a flying fuck.
Like
That's
what?
exactly how it should be.
No, so
What?
the thing I wanted to say about this is how can people like fucking CNN label this as racist when it's the Chinese people
Oh,
or the
they
Asian
did.
people
Yes,
owning
they
the
did.
stores
Yeah, they're the
that
ones
use that
immigrating
font?
here and making the fucking menus. It's just
The-
like the Land O'Lakes thing. You know the Land O'Lakes, the Indian in the background that was on the Land O'Lakes like butter container was drawn
Yes.
by a Native American woman,
Yes.
and they removed it.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes
Racist
no
to keep it and it's
sense.
racist to remove it. There's no winning.
They're pulling down statues of fucking people that helped free slaves. They're removing Native American art from in it. I don't know how they justify this in their minds. It has to be some sort of intense mental gymnastics. Like they should be in the fucking Olympics for the stuff they're doing.
Oh
I
my goodness.
Makes
The,
me
the,
I
the
don't get it.
mental gymnastics. Yikes. That'd be crazy.
Anyway, with the story, here's a thought experiment. Close your eyes and imagine the font used to depict the word Chinese.
Well,
I think
Noble,
Times New Roman, to be honest.
Noble.
Here's a good
I
chance.
just sent you a thing. Please do show our wonderful audience what that is all about.
Vera, I don't have access to Telegram on my laptop where I put StreamYard.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just tell you guys. So this is multiple Chinese restaurants using a particular type of font, which looks like chopsticks. For better or worse, that's just what it is,
So
and
offensive.
it
How
just
dare
spells
they?
out the name. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Anyway, I'll get to reading the article now. Here's a good chance you pictured letters made from the swingy widget-shaped strokes you've seen in restaurant sign menus, takeaway boxes, kung fu movie posters. These chop suey fonts, as American historical Paul Shao calls them, have been typographed shortcuts for Asianists for decades. It's a real shame we don't actually have Jolt on today for this.
Oh yeah. I'm
Hey,
sure
real
he's going
quick,
to give his opinion
The
on this.
font's original origins to a Cleveland type factory, which obtained a patent for the calligraphy style printing type, later named. How the hell do you pronounce that?
Was that Mandarin.
Yeah, Mandarin.
Mandarin. Wait, isn't there like a
Mandarin. In 1883.
Like the language.
It's perhaps no surprise that this Eastern-inspired lettering emerged in the late 19th century, an era when Orientalism cuisine flourished through the West.
All
Mandarin,
right.
originally known as Chinese, is granddaddy of chop suey. Now, I can't help but think of that damn System of a Down song every time that comes up.
I know.
I
same.
know.
I'm
I know.
sorry.
You're so right. Chop
Wake
suey.
up.
Chop
Good
suey
shit.
type fonts. Sean wrote in the Design magazine print, neither the food nor the font bears any relation to the true Chinese cuisine or calligraphy, but has not prevented the I keep dropping out.
Proliferation of chop suey lettering and its close identification with Chinese culture outside of China.
Yep.
All right.
So
So obviously these people haven't seen Chinese characters before.
I don't
So,
even think these people have met Chinese fucking people before.
exactly. So this particular font, CNN, in its all holy wisdom, believes that this particular font is racism's
It's a
House
heckin'
of
racism.
Moise Lee. House of Moise Lee. Okay, so because it's embedded in this particular font, what? So people don't want to have this particular type of calligraphy on their stores? How is that racist? Please do elaborate.
It sounds
Alright.
like white people who want to own Chinese stores don't want this
Yeah.
stuff, but Chinese people who own Chinese stores want this stuff.
There are two
Yeah.
possibilities for this. One, it's either being used just because it's standard practice for that industry, or two, it, if it was really that offensive to the individuals, they wouldn't be using it.
Exactly.
You want to know the reason why they do
Exactly.
use it?
And
I'm sorry.
well,
I-
no.
They use it because it's instantaneous. As soon as you see that font, that lettering, you know exactly what the fuck that place is, and there's gonna be no questions about it. You're like, that's a Chinese restaurant.
Yes, and here's the real caveat here. All right, here's like the real thing. A lot of people that own these type of restaurants, they're actually ethnically Chinese. Like they want to open up their own businesses. Yeah, of course. Like, why wouldn't they? A lot of immigrants that come over here, they're trying to, make their own. And
They have every
one of-
right to pursue the American dream just as much as we do.
Absolutely, absolutely, I agree 100%. And if they want to open up an authentic Chinese food, they want to bring their culture into ours. Sure, let's go for it. I mean, that's it. That's your food, and it's going to be a part of our culture. That's all well and good, man. That's amazing.
Am I the only one that really wants Chinese food now?
No,
God
man.
damn.
I'm actually really craving some some dumplings right now.
Hell yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
Beef and broccoli with
Yeah.
a side of chicken egg roll? Let's go.
Oh
But-
yeah.
No,
Some,
under
like,
all seriousness, though, I mean, everyone
chicken
can
lo
agree that
mein, some fried rice. Absolutely.
Good
if
shit.
a modern
yeah.
store owner had an issue with this type of font, they simply wouldn't use it.
Well, no. Here's the thing. They use this font because it attracts a certain type of demographic, and like if I'm walking around, some random city, like let's say if I go to, I don't know, Brazil, and I'm in Manila, and I see, a Chinese restaurant, I'd be like, oh, okay, I understand that. Like, yeah, Chinese food is good. I'm gonna gravitate towards that. Now, I happen to not be Chinese, but I like that type of food because, like, I grew up with that type of culture. So it's fine.
Yeah, dude, I will never understand. It's some 26-year-old white chick getting upset at Chinese people for doing something that, I mean, overall it's their choice. They wanted to make the lettering like that.
Well, exactly. First, they went after Dr. Zeus. Then they went after Captain Underpants.
Hold on.
They can't even have the
Dr.
wording
Zeus
in a certain
preemptively blocked their stuff because
Yeah,
they thought
Dr.
that it
Seuss
might be
kind of went
problematic.
after Dr. Seuss.
See, it's like turning around and saying, oh, Brock from Pokemon was removed because everyone was saying he was racist. No, the people who created the character thought, oh, this character might be perceived as, questionable by the Western audience, so we'll just, shuffle him out of the show. Everyone got upset and they had to bring him back.
I have petitioned to make Brock a permanent character because that drying pan fucking joke.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
best.
sorry, but nobody saw Brock as problematic except for the creators.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with, was it Dr. Zeus and Captain Underpants? It was the fact that creators perceived that
Yeah.
they were going to be problematic, so they decided to strike first.
This is the issue. The elites, the people that are higher in powers, like they're becoming more. The Democratic
No.
Party is becoming the party of the rich, the elite.
I blame Twitter,
No, I mean,
nut jobs, for pushing this
No.
sort of narrative
Statistically,
when-
it is.
when it's not necessary.
do you know what I saw Captain? Do you know what I saw like Brock as? I saw Brock
As a
as
human,
like some.
that's what I saw. him as.
No. I mean, yeah, a human, but like. I mean, no, but like he wasn't just a human
Wait,
though.
if you take your words out here, Rivera.
No, he was a
I-
character. He was a well-rounded.
He was a very
good
well-rounded
character.
character. Yes, like he was a protagonist, like in the story. Like he made shit happen. He really did.
Real
He
quick,
was the
I
one that
have
was
to-
always there, and he looked after his whole family.
What are we talking? Are we talking about the black character that was in Captain Underpants?
No,
Like-
Brock. What?
Okay.
You don't know who Brock is?
No. I heard Captain Underpants. Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
Bro,
My bad.
we talked about that last week. Captain Underpants. That whole thing. That whole ship has sailed. That's
Yeah,
gone.
I don't know nothing about that. So, anyways, fucking Brock shouldn't be an issue. When I was a kid, I never saw him as an other. I never saw him as different than me. Brock was just some guy who made dad jokes. I don't
Bro,
see him as any race or anything of the sort. Just a fucking human.
I know, dude. I saw Brock as like just another dude. Like he's just doing his thing, just hanging out with his friends, and
Dude.
he just wants to get with the nurses and the police officers. And
Do children even have like an understanding of what race even is?
I don't think
Unfortunately,
so.
they do now.
Now they, yeah,
Oh,
now they do.
Now
But,
they
like,
do.
When I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck what you looked like as long as you were a nice goddamn person, man.
Yo,
Just
me
don't be an
too.
asshole.
I know. Exactly. Like what the crap.
Like I went to a Catholic school, so there weren't a fuck ton of black people there, but the ones that were in my grade, I never had any issues with them.
All right. Well, you know what? I think we're almost about our time here.
Skippy, check your
Yep,
telegram.
we are.
Oh.
Which is a real shame. We're going to have to cut this one short. But is there anything in here that we can bring up?
Yes, shout out Fizz.
Fizz.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, that
What the
picture.
hell?
You think what? Oh, wait, hold on. Scroll up. You think what? And soon, go ahead. Take a day off for you.
That's
I'm
America.
sorry, is this
Can't
like
do
a...
that.
What's this, Texaco?
I don't know.
Anti-Japanese
I-
propaganda poster circulating during World War II.
Yeah, for some reason, I felt the need
And
to
what-
narrate that.
What the fuck do they
America!
want to do? Do they want to go to Japan and get the anti-American propaganda? It goes both ways. This isn't a one-way fucking street.
Wait. How does throwing a Chinese a poster from World War II for Japan?
Oh my god.
Okay, I just kind of, my brain just sort of crashed here. It's not hard to cringe at the Chinese stereotype build-up with each font package, especially when seen through the lens of today's heightened vigilance towards discrimination and systematic racism.
Anti-systematic racism, yeah. That's what they believe actually exists, which it doesn't.
Chop suey
but-
typefaces is downright racist, particularly when developed by non-Asian creators. White politicians, meanwhile, have been using chop suey fonts to strike xenophobia for over a century. In her book, What Democracy Looked Like, a visual history of the printed ballot.
In the past,
Cooper-
20 years, I want to see 21 years. Let's go back to 2000. I want to see an instance of a politician on either side using that chop suey font. I say with air quotations. Like that's so stupid. maybe back in the fucking 40s when we were at war with Japan, yeah, they were. But guess what? Japan was doing equally as horrendous shit to us, because in war, you have to make people think of the other as the enemy.
Exactly.
You
That's a
have to
very good point.
dehumanize them in order for
Yes.
someone to be like, oh, we should kill them, because all people are the same. And in order to make someone okay with, like, mentally okay with ceasing the life of another person, you have to dehumanize them.
Bro, exactly. Did you ever see when Daffy Duck became maybe not Daffy, or like Donald Duck became a fucking Nazi?
Fucking Nazi? Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
you remember that?
It's a
Um,
funny sketch. It's a
a
really
very-
funny sketch.
Can we
It
hold this one
is.
off for next week because there's a lot to offload in this.
Oh yes, you're.
I
damn
mean,
right
like,
there is.
There should be
There's
an
a
episode
lot.
dedicated solely to, like, Disney and Looney Tune old style cartoons, all of that shit.
Oh,
Now,
sure thing.
this is just way too much to even comprehend from CNN. I'm sorry. I'm completely lost in this.
Yes, Noble. I absolutely agree. So how about we right now just
Oof.
we just wrap up the show, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, boys.
Stifer, how you doing? Any closing
I'm
thoughts?
doing- Well, I'm mainly just excited to see what happens with Discord in the future, because I bet it's going to go the way of Tumblr. If they follow through with the stuff they're planning, it's going to drop completely.
Oh,
And
very
then they're
good
gonna be
point.
like, what happened here? Why did it drop? We don't know what happened.
Mhm.
It's like, you do know what happened. You just fucked up.
Okay. All right, Steve.
You just asked me again there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you have any closing thoughts upon what's gonna happen?
You
You asked
literally
him
just
that.
asked me.
Oh wait, I thought I asked. Oh no, I sorry. I meant Skippy. Skippy.
I do not have a British accent. No, just people
Neither do
need to try to be less offended. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
why are we trying our hardest to get so pissed off over little things like Aunt fucking Jemima?
Excuse you, that's offensive.
Shut the fuck up. You stinky otter. I swear to God.
offended. Excuse me.
People just need to pull their goddamn pants up and, oh, fucking, I apologize for contributing to the patriarchy, but fucking man up, god damn it.
He said man up. Oh
Like,
my god.
just
I love the
take
feminists.
the shit in stride and move on. Just because somebody calls you a name doesn't mean your whole goddamn week should be affected by it.
Yeah.
And I hope all of
you're
you are
right.
having a good day. Also that.
Oh, thank you, Skippy. Damn right. I am having a good day, and I hope everyone else who's listening is also having a fantastic day. And
My brain
Noble.
just hurts. Sorry, but my brain just hurts.
Oh, does it now? All right. Any closing thoughts? Anything like that?
No, just my brain hurts. Sorry. Yeah. I need someone else to walk me through this article. I'm sorry.
We're a little bit past that, but okay. Well, I hope that everyone enjoyed watching our episodes today. We are available on YouTube, BitChute, Apple Store, and many more to come in the future. Noble, please do run our banner.
Oh, sorry. Forgot about that.
I might
Our
have forgotten
podcasts
one,
are
but that's
available
okay.
on Podbeam, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and whatever decides to sort of like come out of the swamp in the future.
Alrighty, guys. I hope y'all had a fantastic time. As much fun as we had making our show for you today. And I hope to see you next week. Later!
Bye,
See ya.
guys.